Welcome everyone to more open source package updates as continuation of the previous video. And we'll stuff also our data in just 30 minutes of our new previous video, embarrassingly parallel open source package update test stuff. It already finished, so that was in 50 minutes or so. So we are down from 3 hours to 50 minutes or something of that sort. And it already didn't do the most important stuff, but did some stuff, including who would have found half-bus to have a new release or anything. Anyway, so I noticed I have here like a simple file, and I manually deleted the sum of this flat file database from, let's see, so we could manually copy and paste all over that, but where would be the fun in that, right? Let's maybe clean. Should we do that here or? Okay, maybe not. I will anyway. I need to rebuild that. And that's actually the thing, right? My time spent on optimizing our Data AI bot already less than it would take to hunt the internet for all of those updates. Hello, what is with our internet? I love when that fails. 1 second. Strange stuff, whatever went on with focus on this one. IPv6 routing or whatever. Failed there, man in the middle attack, who knows. So yeah, we have a tiny, actually wait a second, we probably want to commit web, what is even, we can also delete that and commit webkit gtk from the other day. Wait a second, maybe I should actually take a look at that. Actually, let's maybe wait for this for a moment. Yeah. Because somehow I think it failed. Maybe wonder if this. Pretty sure it's not being applied. Anyway, we will continue with it later. So instead of manually copy and pasting all the stuff over, let's maybe iterate over those in a shell loop like we usually do here. What do we do here? I'm somewhat puzzled. Actually, we probably could. So out is an older one. You know what? Let's maybe. Quickly, because I had manually cleaned up there some stuff, as you saw from this flat file database. Let's delete, let's 20. Yeah, but recurring theme, automate even the small stuff, don't start here manually copying, pasting. I mean, obviously Mac and Windows users would copy and paste all this stuff, but it is of course way more efficient because you sit an hour doing, you even sits half a minute to delete all this stuff. Nah. I think I could have grabbed for starting with plus here. So let's maybe hand curate those as well. Although there's this Ravi stuff, but that looks strange. What is with Icecast? This looks also strange. So we would need to check this. Here's also some, yeah, maybe, so it was this, yeah, 0. Maybe that is something. And just to delete here some. I also need to improve our data stuff, so that you run stuff through some AI and garbage in, garbage out. The only thing is, so I think this all could be updates that, except the KDE stuff, which actually was committed by Data. But a lot of the stuff I think simply didn't build. Oh, wow, this is really freaking. This is also why you don't want to hand copy this stuff. Actually, it's so much. Let's SED. Let's remove substitute training plus away, and then we probably, yeah, we want to remove that from the, yeah, maybe. Let me, do I have, let me quickly in place. Okay, we can, you know what, SCP from, this is not public, so it should be 21. 42 trunk, I guess. There we have it. And then let's 4p in all of those. Do echo, yeah, and that is the thing, right? Yeah, run a Linux distribution and you spend all your time curating this fun stuff. Let's p. So let's substitute the version number away. That should usually work with. What is wrong with that today? P, removing the last. Last is that. Last number of. Mac keyboard layout. What should I say? There. Okay, that probably should work. And so let package equal that. And then like version X and remove the package dash from that. Okay, that did not work. What is it? Why is this so strange? Why does version return this device CPU? What the heck? Here. Not sure how. Package P. This is because this is an X. This is why. There we have it. For whatever reason, this was an X. So here we have those updates. So then we can run this here on the Horizon and update that. Let's see what happens. And so that could be duplicates. This could be stuff that Data made already. But okay, you've seen. So we need to manually. Wow, there's also Opus tools. Yeah, we need to manually curate that. 21. Yeah, so this stuff is, yeah, like stuff like Rose Garden. There's some MIDI sequencer stuff that has, of course, gazillions of dependencies. And this is the thing, right? There you see this with the previous video, why embarrassingly epic thread ripped that, yeah, 318. So yeah, that is why I'm tempted. And so the stuff will, of course, build. It's just that the data reference build root has like all builds that are possible. And then maybe MySQL failed, other, who knows, whatever else failed. I probably need to work on a better sandboxing strategy. Maybe a fresh sandbox for each test build without previous random clutterings or something could be an idea. So yeah, even running those, how many are this at that speed? Actually, you know what the problem is if I control C that now. Oh no, it control C. You know what? Let's just put them all in the background, like either. That's like, yeah, that is fine. 40 plus or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's what we. It's the only things you don't see what's going on anymore. But at least we download the stuff quickly. What is it? Amesa mods, okay. And so we can get already some overview. So what is here? So these are real updates actually. It's good that we do that because we actually freaking want to finally. But yeah, attention to detail, dedication, some epic thread rippers, and it's a little nice pattern though of all this. So what you see there is, of course, the matrix at work, just some embarrassingly parallel, like, yeah, tiny. How many jobs? Quite some jobs. So many jobs that, yeah. How many are there? So now comes this stuff of, 180, 880, yeah, so much too. Yeah, that's actually quite some good potentially at times. I mean, this here, I'm not sure. This BB dog, who knows? It looks strange. Yeah, but there are indeed quite some real updates. I mean, if we wanted, I made previously, like in the meantime, nearly 2 years ago, we could go crazy, right? We could live stream here another marathon live stream, 6 hours of going through this. Yeah, and we obviously actually want a shell script. There is no point even of going manually through all of this stuff. Does it even, yeah, these are legit updates actually that just didn't build. Yeah, so I can't, even with all the Data AI bot stuff, I can't retire yet. That is really sad. As sad as my coffee coming to an end. Let me just check. I have a conference call soon. Let me just, yeah, that is with time change 18 o'clock now. And we theoretically, yeah, should we, this stuff is still ongoing because obviously. What we probably, yeah, I can't copy and paste from this now. Let's new 4p in catx do let p equal to, just did this a second ago, p of removal of trailing numbers of that. No, that didn't work. P of 4p in, because that is trailing. So what we could do, and as usual, we could do our win-win of does it cross-compile. We could again seriously bump up our cross-compile stuff, so that would be config x86 64 job 2. And yeah, so those are not valid job specifiers. So in some cases, IPMI util has a failing patch. So we could script, could and should. This is still downloading, right? That is what you need, 32 threads and 96 gigs of memory of. Do we have only 2 left? Could that be? Yeah, we still need some surrounding stuff of, for example, beep. I probably need some better manual test build helpers. So some stuff didn't download because this version number wasn't valid. And so if there's not a matching job specification, then they are simply not marked to cross build. which in some cases makes sense. Like, I mean, makes sense. Theoretically, some stuff is Python, so I wonder if you can cross-build that. Okay, this perf stuff build, is this a ledge? Okay, so this is not really a valid update. However, we could update that perf stuff to 5.17, of course. There's also BretRFS procs. Is that a valid update? Okay, this is actually a valid update. Interesting. Yeah, I need some scripted shell helper stuff around that. So this GORM stuff actually, so that is interesting. I think GORM is a GNU step of previous videos on my main channel, right? So history of macOS and next step and stuff. GORM, I think, is a GNU step project manager, if I recall correctly, or not. Golang, who knows? I thought it is, maybe not. But the whole GNU step stuff could actually theoretically cross-compile now, because we only since those YouTube videos and some December, some month ago, just a quarter ago, we now cross-compile Objective-C. So very theoretically, we could now add cross-compilation stuff to mark all of this stuff cross-compile. Yeah, so the next loop, actually we could do that already. Next we should check. So yeah, I know R. Yeah, that is valid. I know this is also at times random dependency and error stuff of not compiling R. Of course, this very popular scientific language stuff, statistic language stuff. A little bit triggered that they used R. Would have loved to use R. I should have 20 years ago written my own programming language, called it R. Actually, wait a second. This Linux stuff we don't need to test build. So yeah, quite some legit updates. But yeah, with this, basically, are we finally done? Hey, it looks like we're finally done with all our... Yeah, if you have the resources, just ampersand everything into the background. Maybe I should kind of make a calendar. I mean, we do lots of random, like proper scripted program stuff. Theoretically, once a month we could do like one Sunday a month, going through all the Data AI bot leftovers and see what freaking amazing stuff we can update. Do we have, by the way, a GNU step repository? Yeah, we have. Probably all of them are not marked to cross-build. Yeah, one. Make, GNU step make, seriously? There is a chance that this stuff could cross-build now, theoretically. You know what, let's put it on the to-do. Do we name it with? Doesn't matter though, as long as I have this out. Welcome everyone. Steve says, second time watching, need to ask how you use kernel devs and what tools use, because sometimes can't comprehend. I'm actually not using too many tools. I mean, I probably, maybe I should use more tools. Maybe be more specific. I mostly use like totally vanilla, regular, good old-fashioned command line stuff, right? So only like sed and shell scripting and stuff. But leave them in the comment. Yeah, amazing comment. Just I would be happy to answer more. The only question was, how do you deal with kernel devs? And I mean, with kernel developers, I don't deal too much because I learned already 20 years ago that's too much wasted time. There are some changes from me, and for example, even due to my finding, even 20 years ago, I fixed with David S. Miller the floating point emulation. I found the floating point emulation on Spark was buggy in some cases. So yeah. But other than that, there are some fixes here and there, but I learned 20 years ago that dealing with kernel developers, it's too much waste of time. Because whatever, it's often they have another opinion. Think previous videos, Seagate, blacklisting, I don't agree with that they should blacklist all USB Seagate stuff because some old ones didn't support smart pass-through. That should be disallow listed on a per device basis. So, and yeah, from that point, it's pointless to argue. I understand they are the glamorous, famous developers and can do whatever they want, but I don't spend my time. Also, I send GCC patches upstream, PowerPC, G5 and stuff. Yeah, 1 year later, nobody cares. And I sent in sets not compressed firmware. Nobody cared. Some guy from SUSE picked it up. So in all, I can't earn a living. Totally not. I mean, if I already can't earn a living with my T2 Linux, I totally can't earn a living with Linux kernel developers, especially as I wanted even with previous videos, AMD GPU, right? AMD GPU for RISC-V and stuff, and it's like neither AMD nor Hi-Fi, Sci-Fi are interested. So it's like, yeah. I need, however, to urgently continue with my microkernel. How is this even built? Amazing stuff. Apparently have all the dependencies here. So yeah, basically, long story short, I don't waste my time too much with those. So we should be through all the, let's, I also have some other stuff to finish. Let's keep this relatively brief. But as always, happy about each comment. I should maybe not always get sidetracked too much with that. So let's revert. So we still have probably 180, 179. So let's grab if they had a download. So let's grab for changes like svn diff maybe. Also, we don't need the version here. So svn diff of package. Actually, we could package here. So that would be actually no. Let's make it short. P there. But then how do you earn a living? Yeah, with open source, it's super difficult, right? I made already previous videos. So the most living I earn with our end user products of Exact Scan, OC Arcade, and PDF Recompress. To be honest, and we have embedded projects, but this real test stuff. This is also what's going wrong with open source stuff, right? If someone like myself, and yeah, basically there are some previous videos. Just search for open source and money, earn living, something in all of my videos. It doesn't work that people who contribute a lot of stuff get by default nothing, like zero. And then if we compete with people in projects, the problem is it's as usual in our modern society and capitalism, a race to the bottom. So in projects, embedded Linux projects, we always compete with people in China, India, Russia, Africa, South America, or students all over the place. And if like you win less than 10% of your embedded, it's so much overhead and waste of time, right? You have discussions, project stuff, which is why for 10 years we phased it out significantly, right? We have won less than 10, maybe less than 5%, and it makes no sense to constantly fight for projects totally like not even making profit. And yeah, previous videos. But I mean, basically, our mostly those. That's the difference, right? Commercial products you can sell open source, like get no money. But yeah, that's a sad reality. Which and nowadays with some YouTube AdSense, obviously I thought I can finally have some more fun again with it. So let's grab that for downloads. So that should be download with a 0 here. But also, okay, so all of this stuff didn't download, so we can simply revert most of that. Actually, I'm a little bit, so XCB utils. I mean, some we could actually review because they actually look quite interesting. I mean, we could actually revert those, and I mean, some are clearly random nonsense, like grub1 here, for example. Certainly some random stuff we don't want. Some others might download with other compressors and stuff. I mean, not too many. I mean, this libsvg looks actually, or did we do libsvg? Did I do that already? Okay, that indeed didn't download for some crazy reason. Also, maybe it is entirely different. Maybe Cairo versus whatever's going on there. SVG 02. Oh, wait a second. Oh no, what? LibSVG 01. Oh no, this is 0. So this is some. Maybe Cairo. Maybe this, whatever this matched to. Maybe I simply revert all of those. Not. Let's see. Grab maybe Q and then echo the status, and then if basically grab this stuff OSV and revert, maybe echo first, revert. Wait a second, why does, this is old leaked variable. Yes, it looks about right. Should we? Yeah, maybe we review this further in a moment. So this indeed, what did happen there? Something indeed failed. But yeah, recurring theme, making money with open source, not a good idea. Basically everyone is struggling. You find this all over the internet, not only on my channel. And okay, some rules failed. Okay, I think it built except some symlink at the end. It failed, so it tries, what install script? It tries to make a symlink. That is interesting. So apparently this looks to me like a bug in the Meson script, that it fails like reinstalling potentially. Let's double check the theory. But this is crazy stuff, right? Also, if you tell those people that major open source stuff doesn't keyboard config, what have I done now of X keyboard? Maybe I should, what? This is also the wrong. Let's try that again. Off. Steve asked, why still do it if it's not, well, that I not get paid for it doesn't mean it's not good, right? So, I mean, we run, this works first installation. I mean, not everything you do need to be paid for. We certainly use this for own servers and a project. I mean, we still use it, right? And also, I wouldn't want another Linux, right? So I've maintained this, I said this before, I've done this since 20 years. I scaled it down for a decade, so from until 2000, basically when I started this YouTube channel, for from 2007 to 2017 or something, I've maintained T2 on a most minimal basis of purely what I needed myself, which is also why all the KDE and GNOME stuff was outdated. So, but also other people do it as a hobby, right? But I'm also really currently shouting out that we need better ways to finance open source. It can't be, and a lot of people do all the low-level stuff, even if it's packaging stuff, also in Debian and so on. And then the big mega corporations like Tesla and Amazon and Microsoft and Oracle, Broken Linux and stuff make money with it. That's super crazy. Keyboard config. What? Keyboard. So yeah, not everything. Which is also, a lot of people say, of course, a lot of people hate this, to hear this. We reflect a little bit more than the average person. Of course, the diehard fans of capitalism don't want to hear that we need a systematic change, a system change, especially in the context of global warming. We certainly, not a surprise, we just follow the science. 99% of the scientific publications, like basically all serious scientific publications that are not sponsored big oil fake science, come to the conclusions that we are destroying our Earth and our climate is soon changing beyond repair. And in that context, a lot of people that point out that growth is not infinite, point out that we need a more systematic change, and this probably doesn't need to be bad, right? I'm certainly not advocating for communism, God forbid, but there needs to be a more healthy form of democratic capitalism of some, and it could be even better for most people, right? I mean, most people, they sit 9 to 9, 300 days, so somewhere doing boring stuff, either on fields or factories and stuff, and some change doesn't even need to be bad, right? Some change actually can be better for most, hopefully most people or all people. Anyway, so yeah, but I certainly also run the YouTube channel to have some income. Of course, it's not yet much, but more than nothing, and that's why it's amazing that you share, like, subscribe, Patreon, GitHub sponsors, GoFundMe, and all the other fun stuff. Maybe for today we simply revert all the non-applying node. Let's revert that. So all revert this stuff. Oops. Why is there? What the freaking heck is that actually? What do we do there? What? Ah, there's also less. This is why. Why do we have some stray random stuff in there? That is a little perplexed by. That is a little bit unexpected there. Crazy stuff. Okay, we have 40 left. That should be. This should be mostly useful. But don't tell me we reverted the. I grabbed for. How stupid. We reverted actually the wrong ones. Shit. Let's do that again. That's why I have shell scripting. Actually, I was thinking for a moment, and maybe I should have. For a moment, I was thinking to not svn revert this, but svn diff that and go through it. And apparently, I should have done that, but nothing like redoing that. doesn't take too long. Yeah, nothing like other YouTubers drop their expensive CPUs. We revert the wrong stuff. So if there's a 0, revert that, and that should leave us with 139 changes. Let's maybe scroll over them and call it a day. So hydrogen, that looks decent. So yeah, we should test those though. Except maybe bcron, the package is not enabled by default for some reason. Actually, I'm surprised that we have an fgetty update of all things. So yeah, there's quite some interesting updates. I mean, not that I would usually use stuff like MD80M, but like USB. Although some stuff might be, okay, this arc load is some random shit. 5, 7, yeah, okay, we need to. What else do we have there? Yeah, but this is how you run Linux distribution with your Data AI and embarrassingly massive scripting. What is this? I'm actually surprised this is CouchDB has 321. I mean, some stuff I could just commit because who cares about CouchDB? And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I mean, it downloads, so it probably works somewhat. Just checking here, just sanity. Wait a second. This is also, why did that? So this, wait a second, where this one here? Okay, perfect. Oh, wait a second, we manually, we had manually perf of 517. Yeah, people MIT listens and stuff. So perf, let's maybe test build this perf stuff here while we further scroll this. But yeah, this is, I mean, sure, if you have 4,000, 5,000 packages, open source packages, after a while you accumulate quite some updates. And this is also how you make this fun, right? It would be totally no fun to manual sit here like a monkey and copy all the stuff. There's even a freaking Coda update of all things. I'm so surprised. Is this Coda marked not stable? Maybe it isn't. Okay, this perf build. So yeah, this is another, I mean, I will also commit T2, release T2 now. This is such, oh, wait a second, shit, this, darn, manually reviewing this and then too fast on the trigger. Why did that not? Because this is why, damn it. Didn't download, yeah, so now download, let's build this again. What a fail. All right, we wanted to mark Coda of all things. I'm so surprised they also had a decade of no updates at Coda, the previous video distributed file system that in theory sounds amazing, except it isn't the most it is not stable. Okay. Theoretically, do we have source update for Coda? Because it has multiple also. What? Coda. But yeah, this is the only way to put some fun back into that. Should we call this like log or something? It's only Coda, no other. Yeah, so at Coda they also, I mean, besides it's still not high performance and amazing, but they also had a 10-year no maintenance stuff. Why is this? Right, this is only fixed actual perf 517 update or of that sort. And yeah, quite some, at times massive. Yeah, probably we can remove this unstable. This is, of course, the stuff that data doesn't remove. You know, some comments of, yeah, whatever. It's a freaking game, so. I wonder how much, maybe I should start training more real artificial intelligence to take over even more of the stuff. Actually, the Scambia has quite some major update as well. It's crazy how many more updates on what was it? Oh, lip super, you need to revert that. This is the stuff that at times. Oops. Where is now? We had been at, what was it, lip soups or what was it? There goes there. To 6. Scambium, so that is where we left off. Where's not, where are we? Was it Control GI? Control, oops. Also Control. Oh. Nah, 26%, thank you very much. What is that? Oh, this is our WebKit GDK own stuff. Yeah, quite some updates. Did I make, yeah, I made a note. Ah, there's this project center actually. Yeah, we need, long story short, on top of data, we also need more contributors, which is amazing. We have some contributors, Dr. Schubert, Notech, OpenEXR, actually, there is some super major update as well. Actually, I remember there was an Open JPEG CVE. We probably want to double check that we are on the latest. Where is even here? Open JPEG, source update, Open JPEG. There was a CVE, okay, there's some random nonsense. 2.4, okay, there is no apparently latest release. I saw a CVE scrolling by yesterday, so maybe they, how old is that? I wonder, or did they find an CVE in an old version? Yeah. In any case, there's not a release. Safet asked, was there a Chromium package on T2? No, Notech started to work on one. Maybe I should ask him to commit it already, even if it's 95% working or something. Do we have a GitHub for Chrome? Yeah, so that would be that one. There, oops. I slightly wonder if we can, to indicate the issues, we have here this bug bounty. So we have this 10, 20, 40. I was wondering the other day if we should more prominently rename those labels. Can we edit that to L was 40, do we call this euro, maybe? So for people to immediately see that, otherwise if they are new to this project, they might not realize that we actually freaking pay for some bounties. L was 20, wasn't it? I was also, I was actually also, oh, wait a second, what was XL? I actually should check. What did we call for XL? So S was it 10? So I guess we can flexibly rename those and they would update automatically. Let's double check. What do we have here? Oh, even freaking 100 if you want to get rich. So 10, 20, 40, 100. And freaking euros, right? Not some soft coins. They have some US stuff. So 10, 20, so does it make sense? That might change at any point in time, right? Depending on my YouTube AdSense revenue and stuff. But yeah, actually, let's see. I was also looking Ceph, and it seems a bit harder to bundle as well. Quite OBS from my side. Probably can use some tech for good first time, something off. Let's see, what did we take those? Android and a microkernel. Do we have actually some? Is open est. Yeah, we have even a freaking. I was wondering the other day. You know what? Theoretically, should we? You know what? I'm feeling lucky and generous today. Let's upgrade that if you wanna. That certainly is fair for the efforts involved to support a BSD kernel stuff. So, just a tiny little bit project maintenance. Also, my phone made a sound for a meeting, so this will come to an end soon. This all looks really valid stuff. Also, Upstart. Hey, there's a freaking Upstart version. This Upstart we can like. Who cares? I'm not using that, but if you do, there you have it. Certainly also why it doesn't test build, because wow, is that much? Also, will it work or will it blend? I have no idea. Where are we there? Let's finish scrolling over that. Even 50%. Yeah, this freaking many updates. Maybe I make, actually to be honest, this KDE stuff, is it updates or is it down dates? Actually, we also need to SVN up. Oh no, it's not coming there. Why did Data not commit this? No idea either. I'm slightly confused that Data didn't update the KDE stuff. Maybe I need to double check some stuff there. Maybe my embarrassing parallel stuff broke something or so. So much to make it embarrassingly parallel and then it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, also this Linux kernel header we of course do not want to update. Maybe I should actually introduce a no update tag, because Data shouldn't even try, because this is all stable ABI stuff that shouldn't be touched. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you learned something and found this interesting. As always, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to sponsor, Patreon, GitHub sponsor, OnlyFans, GoFundMe. Yeah, massive updates all over the place. Linphone of all places. Or good open source stuff. Maybe, yeah, I'm somewhat between. Maybe what is this AstGUI though? Does it look legit? Maybe it does. I mean, there is no point of not updating it. It's not a primary base package of some sort. I probably should do the extra effort of iterating through them and check for low-hanging, not applying patches and other missing dependencies for the best win-win situation here. Another night, again, you probably want to share, like, and subscribe for that. And that certainly makes the most sense. Maybe I make a quick shell during my conference call now. I could actually make a quick shell loop over iterating over this auto commit what just built, and then that's certainly a 5 minutes plus build time. Why did we not revert that here? That didn't download. Why was this not in? Strange. I probably should double check 0 check some download file. Some stuff like MicroPython. I think MicroPython did not necessarily build like that. Can already, yeah. Better than nothing. May or may not work. And yeah, for example here, some packages simply shouldn't be auto-updated because it's old compatibility stuff and not to be mixed with like slip soap also. And yeah, some Qt. Yeah, Qt we also have actually, do we have Qt? We have, actually this is even also a bounty here. You know what, let's up the bounty. Let's not feel cheapskate like Donald J. Orange Trump. Oops, clicked that wrong. Yeah, it's a little bit more work. Let's make it at least, what is it now? It's yeah. Don't have that much money, but a little bit more. So you have it. Splitting the Qt packages. The reason I also do this, if I work on commercial software, I earn more money than that. So for me, it's actually cheaper. As crazy as it is, it's kind of cheaper to give some money away and make people happy. This is also one of those virgin. So sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it's cheaper to actually give money away, pay other people and give money away, than spending your own time, as you see, of all this stuff, recurring stuff. Actually, that is funny. Should this libg crypt? It will be an amazing update. I mean, I hope it still builds. So why is this not? Oh, wait a second. All right, because so this was 1.0. I have no idea why this was not CV flags unstable actually. Okay, this mosh stuff is also this is actually my stuff. Okay, OpenSSL is one of those. Yeah, you see, just even reviewing some stuff, it's easily 20 minutes gone, right? What's my conference call? 5 minutes. Will we finish this in 93%? We will finish scrolling that in 5 minutes. But this is also a pro tip how I review stuff, right? Scrolling, paging through changes, what more people should do more often. Glue. Yeah, this T2 release will be amazing. I mean, certainly not only 20 years in the making, but 3 years live on YouTube. This stuff is simply amazing, outstanding, and there you have it. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you learned something, especially how many open source packages exist and how much work it is to keep up to date with all of them. As I said a couple of times, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for all this fun to continue.